Hello and welcome to this video on density, which is on topic 3.2, the second from last topic on 3.2 of OCR specification for Physics A-level. And density is just a measure of the compactness of an object. So the textbook definition states that density is the mass per unit volume of an object. And it is measured in kilograms per meters cubed. So the amount of kilograms for every meter cubed of object there is, if you like. And the equation for density is mass over volume. So to calculate density, say of an irregular shape, you need, say like it's a cube or something like that. You will need to find the mass of the object, of the cube, and the volume of the cube. Well, the volume can be found by doing, obviously, height times the base times the width. And that is pretty much just the volume of that object. I can't spell volume. Okay, and then obviously it might not be just a cube. You might have a sphere, and in that case, the volume of that would be 4/3 pi r cubed squared. Sorry. But say if we go back to the cube, you have the volume, and then all you need to do is use weighing scales. So, you know, these little things with the weighing, and you just put the object on there and it will tell you the mass of it. And then you can use that equation, P equals M over V, not P, rho, equals M over V, and that gives you the density of the regular object or shape. However, if you have an irregular shape, so something that's not really got any not really, you know, a cube, or it's just a mixture of things. Well, then you need to still find a way to calculate the mass and the volume. You can still calculate the mass with weighing scales, probably put the object on there, and that is the mass. However, the volume is different. It can be found in two ways, depending on the size and dimensions of it. The first way is by using a displacement can. So they kind of look like this. And all you do is you fill that up with water so that the water sits just below here, below where the funnel is. And then you place your object, say this is your object, a weird kind of irregular shape there, which doesn't have a name to it. You place it into the water there. And then the amount of water that is displaced, or obviously the water levels will rise, the amount of water that is displaced, if you have markings, is actually equal to the volume of the object. So the volume of that object is equal to the volume of water that has been displaced when it has been entered into this displacement can. So that bit there equals the volume of the object. And you can find that out, obviously, by reading off the scale on there. The other way of finding the density of an irregular shape is just by putting it in a cylinder full of water, and then similarly dropping that object into here. Say that is at something like 40 centimeters cubed. You'd have to read there the starting point, and then after you've dropped the object into it, the same water level of that cylinder will rise up to here. Say it is gone up to 50 centimeters cubed. Well, then you know that the water has risen by 10 centimeters cubed. So that is obviously the volume of the water that's been displaced, if you like. So that is the volume of the object. That is literally it for this video. It was just on density and how to find it of irregular shapes. On the next one, I'm going to cover pressure and upthrust.